Welcome back to the Open Chest Anime Podcast. This is episode 118.
All right.
So, if this is the first time joining us tonight, what we do here is we go over general anime news, releases, like rumors, hearsay kind of thing, maybe, I don't know. And we'll have a discussion about a certain anime. This week we're talking about ReLife, so tune in for that. Joining me tonight over here on the right is, who are you again?
I am Augie, and if you're joining us, you're in for the anime insight for the night.
All right, our third co-host, so the other co-host, is not here right now. He's having internet troubles, so he'll be hopefully be joining us later. So, remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell again, and we will get started. And I don't have my screen share started yet. This is Facebook. There we go. Doxing everybody. So, if you would like to support the podcast, there's the Open Chest Anime Podcast Patreon. If you would like to support this channel, there's the Anime Collectors Patreon. There's also Stealth Weeb. You can buy all sorts of different shirts and stuff. More designs incoming. And so this is under the COVID-19 news. Cool Japan Fund makes additional $3.6 million available to Sentai Holdings. Cool. Augie, do you know much about this?
If I recall, this is kind of a quote payback for the donation that they did when the arson attack happened a year ago, I think. How close am I on it?
No.
No?
Well, we had devices not connected DDNM and thing. Oh, he's back.
No to me or no to our Canadian friend?
Yeah, our Canadian friend.
Okay.
Devices not connected DDNM.
Well, I've noticed with Sentai lately, it seems like they might be running out of money.
Yeah.
Because a huge slew of their licenses got retracted off of Crunchyroll and off of their own streaming service. So, not sure what to make of that.
Recorded better financial. Easier plan measures to its goal of medium, long-term growth. Sony also added that the company is making strategic and operational changes to adapt to the coronavirus disease, pandemic, and uncertainties of the global marketplace for entertainment content. It plans to use the funds to remain competitive despite macroeconomic challenges and strengthen its online business. All right.
Okay.
All right. I gotta check this.
Hopefully that extra $3 million will help them out. Hopefully get them out of the hole.
I keep coming back to the StreamYard thing to see if FDDNM is connected, but he's still not. There's a device. Oh, no, we got two of them.
Two of them. Oh, shit.
Oh, back to one. All right, I'm just going to continue.
All right.
Tell me something if he sends a PM in the chat.
I got it. I got locked on set.
Regal Cineworld theaters closed again, but AMC and Cinemark remain open. So U.S. cinema chain AMC Theaters announced on Tuesday that its theaters will remain open despite the ongoing coronavirus disease pandemic, and despite other chains such as Cineworld and Regal temporarily reclosing. The theater chain Cinemark announced on Monday that it will also remain open. AMC, Regal, and Cinemark are the number 1, 2, and 3 largest theater chains in the United States, while Cineworld is the largest theater chain in the United Kingdom and second largest in the world. Yada, yada, yada.
I noticed a lot of them in my area are shutting down. Most of the smaller populated ones. But the ones that get the bigger crowds are obviously still open. Mm-hmm. So I hate to see some of them go because of the history of them being there, but if you have something that's more of a cash dump than a cash gain, well, business is going to get rid of it.
Mhm. I know my local theater, like 8 miles away, they're only open on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
They're only it's a Cinemark theater, but they're only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
So
I notice the TMC classics are coming back to the theaters as of now.
oh, they've been going back and forth. They've always been having TMC classes going.
Oh yeah. And a Rift Tracks is coming pretty soon on October 21st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was always checking my local theater to see if I can get a screening for the new Lupin movie, but the closest one is still 45 minutes away. And it's in dinky little theater, so it's like I guess I'm just not going.
I need to check and find out if I can go to one, but oh well. If I can't, better safe than sorry.
No, I'm just gonna wait for the Blu-ray release.
Yeah.
So, all right. Since that's it for opening discussion. Oh wait, no, maybe yeah, it is. Is it? Hold on.
Well, you got another tab open.
It is. Nope. Yeah, I've got it's for pickups. So.
Okay.
Do you want to go in to do pickups?
Yeah, I can get some pickups, but you have to go first. And
I have to go first. FDDNM, do you have pickups? Do you have connection?
No. Apparently. Unless you guys can't hear me right now.
I can hear you.
So Canadian, I can't understand the verbiage that comes out of this vocal flexus.
I was waiting. I was hoping that you would have.
Yeah, it's like a foreign language over here.
All right. Yeah, I forgot to send my stuff to the Discord for my pickups. So.
I got one I want to show.
I got mine. Hold on.
All right.
I gotta switch back over to this one. Okay. Here we are. All right. My pickups are. I got all 4 seasons of.
My connection's breaking again.
Don't worry, Reese's calm and confidence is swelling up and magically erupts.
All right. So I got all 4 seasons of Yu Hakusho on Blu-ray Steelbook. Since season 1 and season 3 are no longer available for purchase at Right Stuff, and it just kind of got spooked that these were going out of print. So I figured I might as well get them now while I can. So I've had to buy season 1 3 times now because trying to get the Steelbook because the first 2 the Steelbook always came damaged, so that was a pain. And then I also got a couple Demon Slayer face masks, which are a lot more attractive than putting the CCP Ultra mask on my face. So, all right. So that's it for my pickups. Well, we lost FDNM again. Dang it.
Shit. Well, time for some disco deliveries. Now, previously I showed off this one, episode 1 of Case Closed, but now we have Case Closed, Zero Enforcer. Give this a good old spin. And it's not as bold as last time, but still, I rather have the Case Closed logo that they use on the DVD title instead of, well, this. Yeah. This orange and, orange and red. Just
No, it matches the Japanese title logo.
I guess so. But the one on the DVD menu just seems more appealing to me, but so be it. I forgot which ones it was, but Wicked City and Demon City Shinjuku on Blu-ray. Fronts.
I think
Spines.
Demon City Shinjuku is the one that just came out.
Spines and back. All done by the same director. One of these reminds me more of Men in Black. But continue.
Are they actually related to each other? I mean, in story wise?
Story-wise, no.
Okay.
Style, director, and writing, if you will, yes.
I'm just noticing the back that on the back of them, Brady made them both look almost identical in design.
To me, what would kind of complete this as not really a trilogy, but something that would match would get Goku Midnight Eye. Just have that third one right there. But it's from a prominent director. And up next, something I enjoy, and that is Kobura. Oh, man. Doesn't have as much artwork as the DVD, but get this sucker out. What I like the most about it is when you open it, you get one of these.
The 3-disc?
The 3-disc with this holder. Very similar to...
that's standard fare. It's not even, they're not going to do a stack pack. Yeah.
I've seen some that it's very similar to like how DVD would have it and it just flops all around, but I'm glad we got this locking one this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
All right, so I've shown collection 1, 2, but chugging on the tracks, we got 3 of Galaxy Express through 9 TV series. So just to show this one off. There we go. And the specials this time around is a remastered video and subtitles, okay? International Sales booklet, TV series recap episode, TV specials 2 and 3, and a vintage English dub for special 3.
That's the one that they were looking for the tape for, right?
Yep. Up next, we have Desuka. Yeah, the one with the OVA with the map. And you play it, and it's at random selection. Give this a good old spin, and this is a Crunchyroll Discotheque partnership. Following by Symphogear, which if you've seen Freezing from Funimation, it's sort of similar, but this one has more seasons. Has up to 5 seasons, and this is season 1. Do another spin. And the features it has is just commercials, promos, and clean opening ending. Up next, and AC's favorite, is Lupin III, The Pursuit of Harimal's Treasure.
Lupin the Third. Come on, Augie.
What?
You said Lupin.
Lupin. How about that?
There, that's better. Mine is at the post office at home, so they'll hopefully I'll get home for next week's pickups.
Fair enough. I'm just glad the second round I got it the day everyone else gets it. So
yeah, and we got the we just got last month's discotheque stuff that got what can I say? It didn't come out as early as they usually did. They came out closer to so we got these almost 2 weeks apart instead of a month apart.
Well, for me, it was I got that first batch you said Monday, and I got these today. Follow up by I have this on. Well, I had Lupin on DVD, but I also had this on DVD as well, and that is New Getarobo, which is more based on the original guys rather than the new crew. So give this a good old spin. I'm not sure if it includes the music videos or not, but for those who want a cheaper option to get this, now is your time. Yeah, there we go. And lastly, part of the Anime Rama trilogy, we have Cleopatra. And boy, is this a show for you. Using all types of experimental animation and even live-mation, if you will. And these were my pickups, and you'll see more pickups soon. I'm trying to get a video out either hopefully tomorrow or Saturday.
Take 3.
And might see another pickup video next week from me.
FDDNM, how you doing?
Ugh.
Still there?
Not too internetly well. That's about it. Not too internetly well.
Internetly well. So you did not have any pickups, you said?
I'm still sensing that I'm delayed.
I said, did you have any pickups?
Sounds like someone didn't get a good dose of their Canadian bacon this morning.
We lost them. All right, I guess we'll just continue.
All right.
Let's get back over here. All right, so this is a Captain Tylor update. They currently are still at the roots of. They were at the roots of Tylor article last time, Augie?
I think we were at the 500s last time.
So we got the new video interview with Hitoshi Yoshioka and the Roots of Tylor article. So next one will be the production blog from the Japanese Laserdisc set, written by the Japanese Tylor voice actor Koji Sugitani. And this, the pre-orders for this are ending on October 31st. They will no longer take any pre-orders because they got to be able to get all this stuff sorted out for the disc authoring so it can be released in April.
I feel like they could expand it to November because you just give, here's your month or else. Doesn't really seem like enough time, but they call the shots on it.
So October 31st is the deadline to buy this set. And then I guess they're going to do a standard release later on or something. So that's that. Let's see here. Keizo Murase's live-action kaiju movie Brush of the God. 23 days ago. I haven't looked at this. I just added it because AC had me at it. Do you know anything about this one?
New to me. New to
you. Okay, let's look at this guy.
Looks like
an
Danny DeVito.
Yeah. So, monster designed by Akira Takahashi, who worked on the various projects, but most notably known for producing art for the characters for Kamen Rider. This looks interesting.
That guy up there kind of looks like the villain from Sunfighter Red.
God film project. Hold on a second. Hey Augie, you want to ask if somebody wants to join the podcast and join us tonight? It's FDDNM.
Sure. Let me see. I can scope something out.
Man, I'm gonna go back to this just so I can get that chat taken care of off the Facebook side of things. All right. What was I? What created a movie using the themes of young? I have not read anything about this. It's got 23 days to go. We'll probably go. I'll look in this again, and if there's anything I see that we should mention, I'll bring it up next week. So,
All right.
third edition, the gaming library, Final Fantasy IX.
Sweet.
These are the ones that did the Hayao Miyazaki and what was it, the Berserk, and what was the other book? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah. Bypassed its goal pretty decently already with 3 weeks to go. So that's the thing. Let's see. Let's fill. It's also a challenge. Here we are. Here's your goals: 10,000, 20,000. What's the next goal? Spot varnish. That's bug. Benefits.
I'm glad that Vivi's hat is the main article of icon for Final Fantasy IX instead of like the main character's sword. Oh, never mind.
That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, crowdfunding campaign for Dropkick on My Devil Season 3 reaches its goal in only 33 hours.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Then again, it makes you wonder if it's that popular for a crowdfunding campaign, why can it not get the initial funds from the studio if it's that popular?
So this season planned for 2022, which is baffling to say. I mean, just where's the time gone, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I hope Sentai or someone can pick this up for
Yeah. And we're wrong for the third editions. Akira Jojo was a stretch goal.
Okay.
Akira was the other one.
Oh yeah, and Weeberger said FDDNM destroyed his router because he couldn't lift.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Hey Weeberg, you want to join us?
Yeah, you want to join us?
Hang on a second. No. Let's do this here for a second.
Another podcast where I can force my head to. There we go. Looking spiffy. Yeah. It's like Beetlejuice ending. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, I can go off this
Yeah.
look.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I hated that movie. I don't know why. I just
Oh.
never liked it.
Oh well. What about the cartoon?
I mean, Michael Keaton. I mean, I love Michael Keaton,
Yeah.
but Beetlejuice, I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Oh,
It just wasn't for me.
okay.
So, next up we have. Oh yeah. So this is a Megazone 23 update. So, where's this? We got manga stuff, format upgrading, the changing the book, or the plan to include liner notes and manga as additional insert sheets inside the Amray case. However, it turns out that we can't source an Amray case thick enough to hold 2 discs and 3 inserts. So they don't want to have the inserts all be crinkly when you get them.
Right.
So after a lot of research, we decided that the best thing to do is to print the liner notes and manga as a separate 26-page booklet in the same form factor as the art book that comes with the premium set. That means this means that the basic backers will get this booklet plus the Amore case, and premium backers will get the booklet, art book, and Amore in the chipboard case that holds them all. It's going to cost us a little extra to do this, but we think it's a worthwhile upgrade. So we got stickers. Everybody likes stickers.
Sticker.
Authoring progress. The V3 test discs arrived last week, and they're looking pretty solid. So far, we've only found one tiny navigation programming issue on disc 2. We also experimented with improvements in the subtitle surround shadows, and we think you'll like what we've come up with. Robert has done 2 passes through every subtitled track, looking for typos and ways to improve layouts for improved clarity. It takes about a week to do each pass, and at this point he's mumbling dialogue lines in his sleep. Okay, this one was kind of interesting.
What is it? What we got?
Artifacts. We recently got a 4K TV, and when reviewing the new disc, we were freaked out. We were freaked when we noticed that some parts of the video looked bad when viewed close up. For example, let's see, got the lines here. It took us a while to figure out what was going on. It turned out that the HD to 4K upscaler on the TV set was reacting very badly to the film grain and the telecine noise, in particular when the TV wasn't on movie mode. All those ugly artifacts are from the upscaler. Hold on. Alright, so Weeburger's not joining us. What else we got? Tickets for the movie mode. All those ugly artifacts are from the upscaler. By comparison, here's the same disc displayed on a 4K computer monitor with a simple upscaler. So we got the artifacting lines here. No artifacting line. It's a different shot, which they should have used in the same. They should have used the same shot, but since we know that a lot of you have 4K TVs, we definitely want to make sure that the disc plays nicely on them without a lot of tweaking. Comparing the Megazone 23 mastered to Gunsmith Cats, Megazone 23 has more background noise, and it's impossible to tell how much of it is original film grain or how much was introduced by the telecine process. And this raises the topic that causes some fans to break out the torches and pitchforks. Noise reduction. These days, noise reduction filters like Neat Video are incredibly sophisticated, and they use a combination of temporal and spatial filtering to reduce noise without making perceptible changes to the actual details of the image. And they do a particularly good job on anime because there are so many frames that are identical except for the noise. We think there's a good case for doing some noise reduction on Megazone 23, but this set is not being made for us. It's being made for you. So we think it's appropriate to get your opinion on as to what we should do. From our perspective, the pros of doing noise reduction are that the disc will play nicer with upscalers, and since less bits will be used to encode the noise, more bits will be available to see the actual detail, and compression artifacts will be less noticeable. The cons are that there will be less apparent film grain than the original master, and ironically, animation production mistakes like dust flecks, fingerprints, and even air bubbles between cell layers will be more visible because they're no longer being partially hidden by the noise. Robert has reviewed a noise-reduced version. Robert has reviewed a noise-reduced version of Robert has reviewed a mostly noise-reduced version of Megazone Part 23, Part 1, and so far, every time he's seen something weird and thought, the noise reduction messed up, it's turned out that bizarre thing is actually in the original. It's just harder to see. The trick, we think, will be dialing in the noise reduction settings to find something that achieves the pros while still providing the film experience that many of you enjoy. In other words, making a decision about how much of the noise is actually film grain and keeping that amount of the original. And to that end, we've created a test reel with some of the options for you to comment on. You can find the video here. Also, links are all in the description and the link dump on the Facebook doc, those of you who are following along. It's a big file because we've encoded it around Blu-ray bitrate, so the differences don't get compressed out. First, you'll see the original clip for reference, and then side-by-side comparisons with the original on the left and the noise-reduced version on the right. First, there's a baseline noise reduction, and then a version where only 50% of the baseline reduction is performed. Then versions where the high and mid-frequency luma noise is not reduced. And finally, one in which the luma channel is not noise reduced. But the chroma channels are. Keep in mind that finding the right settings, assuming if we do anything at all, is an iterative process, and these examples are intended to determine what the right direction is. We look forward to your feedback.
So
That was
the good news,
and I don't feel like I was qualified to say all that.
So the good news for that is it gives an excuse as to why we haven't gotten a release date yet. It kind of subtly explains that they're waiting for the Japanese Blu-ray for the TV version instead of the movie version. A little lost on that. So they're still working on it. Nice to hear that, but still no end of project date. Still a little lost on that. And it's going to come with a book, so they might have to redo the, what do you call it? You're going to have to even make those chipboard boxes. There you go.
I'm catching up on the chat.
Hate it for Weaburger. It looks like he is tired of laying Flora down for the past 2 weeks. Hate to hear it for you, buddy. Hopefully your knees are fine.
I'm still doing concrete work, so I'm tired too.
Fair enough. I've been rushing what I do for work. I've been rushing it to the IT lab to get it fixed, and that's been a pain. So, I just hand it to them, and they do their work on it. So,
So surprisingly, we had a lot of stuff for Kickstarter stuff this week. So, where's my this one here? Here we go. All right, so that was Kickstarter live action. Alright, let's get through these. Live action Monster Hunter films teaser now lists December release date after COVID-19 delay. Film originally delayed from September 2020 to April 2020. Hold on. Now list a December opening. Although I don't know if this is December next year or December this year. It says September 2020, pushed to April 2021. Now lists December.
So probably December between the two.
Yeah. So it must be April 20 or December 2020. So that's that.
Want me to take care of the next two articles?
Hold on. What was that, Augie?
Would you like for me to take care of the next two articles?
Yeah, go ahead.
Spriggan Netflix anime reveals visual staff 2021 premiere. Hiroshi Kobayashi to direct, Hiroshi Seko to write screenplay, Shuhei Handa to design characters. Staff of David Productions' new anime series based off of Hiroshi Takashige and Ryoji Minagawa's Spriggan or Striker manga revealed on Tuesday the anime's staff members' visual and 2021 premiere on Netflix.
So that's going to Netflix next year. Has this already had an anime? It sounds familiar.
This has a movie. If AC was on, he would probably say how it was well advertised and bloody, but nothing to remember. So I think he liked that one. I'm not sure. I have it, but I have not had a chance to see it. And I think it has some Celtic background. I'm not sure. All right. Up next.
I'll take care of this. Godzilla anime series heads to Netflix from Bones and Orange. Orange is a studio, right?
Believe so.
Okay. So 2021 show. It's a show, not a movies. With Blue Exorcist Kazue Kato designing. Kazue Kato is the manga author for Blue Exorcist. So, and I can kind of see the designs here with these characters, but not really.
Looks like he kind of rushed it this time instead of taking his time with Blue Exorcist.
She's
like how one of the characters looks like Marilyn Manson in the background.
This
one here? No, not that one. The other guy. Short guy, big broad. There you go.
This one?
Yeah.
I keep getting all these messages.
Gotcha. So it seems like Netflix previously debuted a Godzilla anime film trilogy between November 2017 and 18.
And it was pretty much universally planned.
Oh, it bombed that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, and the Godzilla will be designed by, somebody from Studio Ghibli. The Exorcist, Orange, coloring. Composing the music, Japanese novelist, Spriggan writer.
Random 11 says, he worked for Russia.
Okay, here we are. This guy, Eiji Yamamori, Princess Mononoke, Spirit of the Way, and the key animator for these three is designing the kaiju monsters. So Ghibli designed Godzilla. So that could be interesting.
Yeah. Remember Hideaki Anno helped animate 3 different Ghibli films before him and Miyazaki did Nadia Blue Water. I have not seen Nausicaa or Nadia Blue Water.
Nadia Secret of the Blue Water. Yeah. Alright. So theater release BEM Become Human film gives theater goers free monster mouth face masks.
Ooh.
So that's appropriate considering
They got the monster mask. It was a smash.
Yeah. So considering movie theaters will be requiring you to wear face masks. Oh, why'd you wear your face mask? Oh, I know we're supposed to get a free one. Oh, sorry, we're all out. Oh, crap.
Some restaurants do get free ones. And there's some places that will sell you their own special masks, but because of their design, it'd be like $25, Hard Rock Cafe.
Alright, and then we got Kara confirms that Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 will not be over 6 hours long.
Yay, no bathroom breaks.
So I'm not even bothered going through this, but the reason this was even a thing was because Cars had a tweet and it had this number 55950 on it, and made people. And the part of the tweet was that the last act, where's it? But anyway, the last, like the final act of the movie was going to be 41 minutes long. And so people were thinking, oh, it's going to be 6 hours long because of this number here. No, that's just, that number is considered a relic in the film industry of how they had to catalog things based on the.
I can see this being a 3 to 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they need to be covered.
Oh yeah, and the ending. How are they going to end it? Is it going to be just like the TV ending, or manga ending?
It's going to be a good job. During the last 10 minutes of that 41-minute act is going to be like, good job and happy birthday.
You know, I'm kind of fine with that ending for the TV series because they enter kind of like a sleepish state. So it kind of makes sense, but people want more action, and that's why we got those two movies. And the whole Ano having a anger meltdown.
I kind of wish FDDNM was here for one of these. Alright. So My Hero Academia Season 5 is coming in April next year. So that's cool. I'm pretty excited for that. I've been reading manga.
Saw the preview of it, and it's a decent music video to my 2 cents, but pretty much we're entering another tournament arc. Ha ha ha.
It's not a tournament arc, it's just a man, it's hard to. I'm not going into it. Spoilers.
Okay.
Wandering Witch creator asks anime staff to not show panty shots.
So show the boob shots.
This is a pretty wholesome show. I'm excited to continue it. I've watched the first episode. The next episode should be airing tomorrow.
Okay. So compare this to Flying Witch.
It's fun. It was fun.
Okay.
So, and he watched, he stressed that this was his only major request, mentioning that seeing the anime staff face to face was the most nerve. He wants this to be. He did not want to limit the appeal. He wanted this to be as as wide of reaching audience as he can, and panty shots take out the younger audience, so to speak.
Okay. So he wants to catch the family appeal, kind of like
he wants the family. He wants family appeal.
Okay.
So
who's streaming this? Is this Funimation, High Dive?
This is Funimation, I believe.
Can I take care of the next one?
So this is the one I was hoping that FDDNM would be here for. Right. Higurashi, When They Cry, gets a special commission key visual, and the true anime title is revealed. So this is specially commissioned artwork, specifically from Kadokawa, I believe. Kadokawa, yep. For Funimation.
Oh yeah, we can see what the Arthur looks like for this article this time.
And because of this, apparently having I didn't watch any of Higurashi whatsoever. And I'm just reading this. Oh, because of these two are the same character. The show is not called Higurashi When They Cry New, meaning it's sort of like a remake. It's actually called Higurashi When They Cry Go, which Go is the word for karma. And so it basically sounds like it's actually a sequel to the previous incarnations.
Now, my take on seeing the two of that character, it's Now,
This one?
obviously the young one is what's in the show. The
Yeah.
older one is my 2 cents. Well, actually, there's 3 of the characters. So for this character, you have the girl and the god counterpart. So I guess she's going to meet her future counterpart with a god influence still there during these dreadful times that they'll go through.
So I thought it was interesting that the creators did not reveal any intentionally did not reveal the title until episode 2. I thought that was kind of a neat what do you call it? Marketing kind of thing.
Boy. Oh, yeah, I just wonder how the TV guides in Japan would be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the background.
Yep. FDM.
Do you read?
I came in at the right time, apparently.
Did you fill up your body with maple syrup?
Do you hear me?
We can hear you.
But can you hear us? Can you hear
I
us?
take it you didn't hear me because I hear you guys. It takes 10 seconds for me to get a response, it seems.
I am talking now. Please go ahead and talk.
No,
Are you
I
having
take it
enough
you don't
oxygen?
hear me.
We can hear you. FDM. FDM, are you there?
I am here. I just hear nothing. No response.
We hear you.
Can you hear us?
I hear you after 10 seconds, and you guys hear me after 10 seconds. Anyway, Rika had that older version in the very last episode of season 2, so that would explain why there's 2 Rikas on the poster or whatever.
All right. Anything else you want to say about Higurashi?
I still don't have any idea what you guys just talked about, except for, they revealed the title in episode 2.
Episode,
That's speculation of the young purple-haired girl character. So, yeah.
First time, I'll go back over this. Sorry, everybody who's been following along. First time the visual is revealed to the public worldwide, so let us know what you think. Worldwide means only USA, since Funimation is region locked. Fans of the original series and games might recognize the disturbed expressions of the characters in the glass shards, but probably the biggest surprise of this key visual is the presence of 2 Rikas, a younger-looking one from the original series and what we've seen in this new anime, but also in an older-looking one in what appears to be a high school uniform. What does this mean for the new series? Oh, and surprise! Remember when it was revealed that the title of the series was Higurashi When They Cry New? Well, that's not entirely true. The series is actually called Higurashi When They Cry Go, a new title that the creators intentionally did not reveal to the world until episode 2. Go, is a Japanese kanji that has multiple meanings and usages, but can be used to mean karma, or the fate resulting from one's actions or in past lives, based on Buddhist concepts. Confused? Curious about the mystery? There's more to be revealed, but you'll just have to stay tuned. And FTNM's gone.
Your message, FDNM, too late. Go ahead and finish it. I think
Next,
right.
Attack on Titan 3D CG director announces his return to final season 3D team, and he's the only person who's back from the WIT Studio days.
Well, Brad needs to apply.
That's kind of sad, but at least somebody's there.
Then
I
again,
guess.
if he is still there, that means they're paying him quite a bit, hopefully.
Yeah. So, AC wanted me to share this. Japan is getting a Bokurano Blu-ray box in January.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Let's see if there's any.
Wait a minute. You read books. Is Bokurano the book series available in the U.S. or is it all translation?
Uh,
Because I've heard some endearing things about the read, but I don't know if they're reading via scans or proper.
I know that there's a Viz release. Viz released the manga over here.
Okay.
So, a second.
Happy birthday, Julia. Let's see.
Oh, yes, that's tomorrow. Oh no, that is today.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Happy birthday.
Those who don't know, still don't know and never will. So go study for your midterms in college right now.
Nah, either way. Go back to here. I keep clicking on this wrong thing. Alright. Bokurano. Alright. Branch clamor for product placement deal with Tiger and Bunny 2 anime. So apparently everybody and the grandmother is trying to get to be on the product placements for Tiger and Bunny season 2.
Don't blame it. But do they say that there have been claims to who's going to release what merchandise, or is it still up in the talks?
I think it's still up in the air. I mean, we don't. It's not even supposed to start airing until 2022 or something.
Yeah.
So, in game news, the Pokemon glitch no one discovered in 18 years has been found by the pet fish in Japan. We talked about this, where a YouTuber is using his fish to go through Pokemon games. You remember this?
I think this was a time that I wasn't here for this, but it's something that I'm not surprised by.
Well, he's got fish in his fish tank, or her, I don't know. They've got this board on the back side of it, and whenever the fish goes to a certain section of the board, they've got the camera set up and programmed. Whenever they go to this, that would be an input on the controller to play Pokemon. So if goes to the down button, the character moves down. Goes to the right, goes right. A, B, all the other stuff. And so we covered this before, and he's gone through. After some early difficulties, there was cause for celebration in July when the Pokemon playing fish defeated not one but 2 gym leaders, earning a pair of gym badges.
Ooh.
But the thing is, this one found a glitch in finding the glitch. Recovered 18. Finding a glitch. No, I've shown the video. The glitch is attributed to for the cat. What game? Which game is this? Was this Ruby?
Looks like Ruby or
Sapphire. Sapphire. Okay. Pet fish playing Pokemon Sapphire. And so you're trying to move a boulder, and the boulder would multiply. I didn't. Yeah. Yeah. See the boulder, you put it on it, and it would multiply instead of moving. So that's kind of interesting. 18 years and nobody's caught it. Fish caught it. So Sony switches the X button to confirm for PlayStation 5 worldwide. Gamers in Japan freak out. So over here in the West, X has always been the confirmed, just because that's where your thumb will naturally rest.
Right.
In Japan, it's always been the circle, because X means wrong, circle means yes.
Right.
And so for PlayStation 5, they've gone making this universally to be the accept, and basically means this one's going to be the back button. So that's screwing a lot of people up in Japan for that, because they're the only ones in the world who has kept that has kept it as the circle be the accept and X be the decline.
I'm surprised by that. You would think during PlayStation 2 era they would swap it to be more international. But whatever.
So the universal compatibility with like Western games and Japanese games. Because like if a Western person would play a Japanese imported game, it would have the O or the circle be the accept button and the game interface, and like vice versa.
Yeah.
But so with this, they're all going to be the same. Which again, I'm surprised that it's taken this long for that sort of thing to be implemented. So,
What is next?
Let me check this. I'm just checking the
chitty chat chat.
Flip says hello, dudes. Hello, Flip.
Hey, Flip.
Oh gosh. FDDNM, and that's it. This is a terrible stream tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
It's a little slow. It's okay if I cover the next two, then we can dive in together for the other.
Yeah.
Yay, nay. Gives you a break. Doesn't have you talking all night.
Well, I mean, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, where were we? Oh, yeah. This one, that one, and then we're going to do the right stuff. All right. The big news for this week right here is this. So, GKids licenses Evangelion TV series and Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion films.
Well, lost with the True squared there. But
True 2 is what Netflix called the Death and Rebirth movies.
Ah, okay.
So this basically, it's pretty much a given that the Netflix dub will be on this. No confirmation whatsoever that the ADV dub will be available for this. And they've mentioned that they'll have it on plans to offer this on Blu-ray disc and digital download to own next year. First time on Blu-ray in North America. There's going to be a standard and premium edition as well. So, my personal thinking is that they're going to have the standard edition be only the Netflix dub, and the premium edition have separate discs that will include the ADV dub.
I can
That's
see
my
it.
thinking. That's my thinking.
I can kind of see this being this TV series with the movies being a high coster like Ranja, being in the $50 at least with both dubs, and I guess if they do a limited edition, expect a 150, 200 limited edition. Not sure what
I don't think so. I mean, Ranja the Robber's Daughter, that was a series. That was like 26 episodes.
Yeah, but it was like $50.
Yeah,
initially.
which is typical. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's better pricing than Funimation's house season sets for the same price.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I see them doing like the TV series and then like a double feature for the two movies. And then like the premium edition being all of it together.
Yeah, I can see that happening too. If anything, this shows and proves that GKids / Shout Factory is a huge competitor now in the licensing market.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
they're not.
it's
You
kind
want
of
to joke.
getting given too, considering they got the entire Ghibli library.
Oh yeah,
So,
but for a while, it kind of seems like that there were the boutique anime movie licensor rather than full series, which they're now getting.
Ronja the Rock, but again, that's sort of that ties in with the Ghibli library too. But yeah, this is their non-associated TV series, the first one. So I'll be interested to see if they'll pick up the Rebuild movies, because apparently the first Rebuild movie from that Funimation release, they no longer have the license for it anymore, since it's been out of print now for quite a while.
I hate to hear those going out of print.
I don't know. I mean, but you can't buy them. They're no longer listed on Right Stuff at all. So.
Dang. Okay.
So I would not be surprised but if they do pick it up, how will that affect the fourth movie? I mean, will they be forced to redub the first three movies with the Netflix cast and then scrap Funimation's dub, or
he would still have that dub where it would be in the license. Who knows?
Yeah,
but it
would be up to Card to keep it available. And apparently, Card does not like what was done with the dub for either, which is why they redubbed this TV series. And
strategy I can see with this, if Funimation gets the fourth movie and dubs it, they're probably going to release like a trilogy movie set before the fourth.
They wouldn't be able to include the first movie because they don't have the license to it anymore.
They're get the license again, possibly. If not, other strategies will happen. Fourth movie comes out, it would be stupid for any company not to grab the first three. That way, you can see the first three, then see the fourth one for, like you pointed out, consistency.
So, next up we have AC found this one. Main thing about this was Ilya Kuvshinov, she's the like character designer or something, right? Or Russian artist.
Okay.
She had a dub cameo in the Wonderland, which was released by Shout Factory.
You can find where that's available at a local store.
That's kind of interesting, right here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Hide All Adult is on. I don't know what this stuff is. I'm not even gonna bother.
Those two are released from Media Blasters. One is a cult horror film, and the other one's live action Devilman.
I don't know. Yeah, the Devilman. This one just because of So I'm just gonna open up the Blu-ray for that one. But for that one, Shrine of the Morning Mist. That's also Media Blasters, right?
Yes, I even have the DVD right here.
Ooh. Hang on a second. And that's it. Okay.
Glad to see Devilman come out on Blu-ray. Not sure what other special features this would have.
Doesn't look safe.
Be good. I would think so too, but I have not had a chance to read the listing for it.
I'm surprised. I mean, considering Discotheque has released live action stuff, and they have a couple of Devilman's things, I'm surprised they didn't get this. But Me
too.
It is what it is. This looks This just looks creepy.
Well,
I get that's kind of the point, but I don't. Yeah. It's just kind of off-putting. So then, Shrine of the Morning Mist.
Yes. I know nothing about the series besides I have the DVD book, complete collection in my hand right now. Well, from what I read from the Twitter accounts, a lot of people seem to like this one. It's one of the, obviously it's a Shrine Maiden one, so they're going to tackle demon possessions, and I guess I'm not sure if the Tengu is a bad person or not.
It must be a short form series because this says one episode 1 to 26, but only 312 minutes.
Okay, I can see that. Let's see. The special features for the DVDs include interviews, techless opening, 3-disc set, which that should be 1 disc, and 26 episodes.
Control T. Hold on. That doesn't look like anything on these.
Okay.
Alright, so we got Thermi Romai.
With a dub.
With a brand new dub.
Brand new dub from Sound Cadence. It's to me, this kind of goes like full 360 because first this was released only in Australia. Then we got it from Discotek. And now Discotek has dubbed it as well. All these Roman bathhouse time machines.
So this is got the episodes 1 through 3. And I think there's like a mini episode.
I think the mini episodes are new too, as well.
More Lupin the Third Tokyo Crisis.
Yeah, we knew about it from a few weeks ago, but there it is.
Yeah, I heard about it like from the. I'm surprised this. I wasn't expecting this until like maybe January. I'm surprised we're getting this.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've had October, November, and now December. We're getting Funimation Lupin Rescues.
We're hitting a lucky streak with Lupin lately, but at the same time,
I think like eight out of the 12 months in 2020 we've had a Lupin release.
How much Lupin is left?
I believe, as far as the Funimation stuff goes, that Discotek has yet to release. We have the one called Fujiko Mine series, which they've already announced.
Right.
And then 2 movies, which are Farewell to Nostradamus and Dead or Alive, and then 2 more specials, which is Missed by $1 and The Columbus Files. And then that goes up until, I think they've released up to like special 15 consecutively if they get all of those. And like part 3 TV series, part 5, which is already dubbed, so that's kind of a given that they already got it.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a bunch. There's like 29 specials or something.
Yeah, but they've released a lot of those as well. And if you remember the poll that they had for what series that they're going to dub next, Red versus Green was their number 1 voted on. But
Green versus Red is an OVA. That's not a TV special.
Right.
But yeah, they've released that sub only already on DVD. So yeah, if they do release that on Blu-ray, it would better have a dub, and that's one that would have an interesting. They would have a very interesting time dubbing it.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is just a huge calamity of different Lupins.
Yeah, I mean, if they could get Sonny Strait with Tony Oliver and Keith Silverstein, maybe even David Hayter to show up for something.
Remember one of those Lupin voice actors are dead. Forgot which one. I think the ones you listed are alive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Bob Bergen's still alive. I think.
Okay.
I mean, he voiced Porky Pig.
Yeah, he's still alive.
I'm pretty sure David Hayter still alive?
Not sure.
I think he's pretty young. So, Jinrei OVA series. This is a giant robo OVA.
Yes, this is like spin-offs. I think between episode either 1 or 2 or 2 or 3. 3, just some fun omake, if you will. It's going to come with postcards and a lot of extras, just like the Giant Robo release and probably PlayStation 2 game footage.
This is another kitchen sink release, apparently.
Yeah.
Staff and cast interviews, love fight music videos.
The remix music videos.
Scoring, art gallery. So, and we got Devilman Lady.
I hate that this wasn't they weren't able to get this to release in October. But that would make sense instead of Christmas.
Well, why not?
Then again, it's nice to see something Halloween invade Christmas too. Your nightmares before Christmas, if you will.
They can't dump all the horror themed stuff in October.
You said horrors.
That's true.
Horror.
Horror.
I know.
Horror. Case closed. Crimson Love Letter.
Yes. So this would be Case Closed Movie 3 released by Discotheque, but not number 3. This is like, what, 22 or something?
This is the one before the one that you just got.
Oh, so that's movie 20. Comments can
This is movie 21.
Okay, so that was movie
Zero the Enforcers, number 22.
Okay.
Do they, actually, hang on. Do you have yours handy?
Yes.
FDDNM is here now. Does it have a numbering thing on it like the Lupin stuff does? On the spine or on the back?
Well, on the spine, that's for Discotheque, that the spine number, that's the print.
No,
order.
not that.
What are you talking about?
If you look at your Lupin stuff, the Lupin one, it has special number whatever on the spine.
No, it does not. Ironically, it does not.
There you
go. Just a better.
Yeah. I was thinking that they might do that for the Conan stuff. But
Yeah, because it's both TMS anyway, so.
My connection is allegedly as fast as it's been all night, says speed test, but I'm still having you guys cut in and out.
But yes, EDM, regarding your comment, I experienced a similar experience as well with Sentai. And them claiming that they would not release Higurashi, even though it was the HR people. So, yeah, with Funimation also saying that too, and now releasing it. I guess it's nice to eat crow if you profit from it. I don't know. All right. Anything else? Oh, wait. Hold up. Yeah, so we saw the Blu-ray of this, and here is the DVD version of Shrine of the Morning Mist. Just a good old spin. The 3 discs. Poop it out. See our different artworks. And I bet you there's going to be a tomboy character named Futaba because of when it was created.
You lost FDDNM already.
Oh, goody gumdrops. Well, nice to see. Well, still rooting for Media Blaster to recover and become a proper licensing company again. So what else?
The last thing I got to say about this is, considering that they've been dubbing a bunch of Detective Conan and Lupin stuff, please, Discotheque, dub the Lupin the Third versus Detective Conan special and movie and release those on Blu-ray.
Yes.
Please. Okay. And last but not least, we got Battle Athletes.
Yes. Full versions, nothing edited out. Omakes as well. They enhanced everything just in time for the Olympics and just in time for after Christmas.
No,
Think about it.
technically, you could probably get it before Christmas.
Let's
So, I mean, if you buy it from Right Stuff,
Yeah.
you know, that's what I'm kind of hoping for with the Tokyo Crisis, so I can purchase that with a couple books that come out middle of December.
And it's a tenth the cost of the original full amount if you got it on DVD back in the day. Back when I was in middle school and couldn't afford any of that because I no job and stuff. Lance, hey, Lance is here. Would you like to join us with our cheer? Well, that was fun.
Hang on. Now that you say that, I gotta message Lance and send him the link. See if he wants to join us.
Would you like for me to continue with this? Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, children's shoes and sneakers. Sunsoku, the children's footwear branch of Japanese shoe brand Achilles, has recently collaborated with the Demon Slayer anime series to produce a new line of children's shoes and sneakers inspired by the character designs of the anime. I feel like that's all I need to read.
You said Achilles? Achilles. Like Achilles heel? That's a terrible name for a shoe company. Achilles?
Honestly, if you look at the shoe, it's just Nike in a different coat of paint.
No. And we got the Velcro strap here covering for the... This is just... I would not peg Demon Slayer. I guess we did cover that one with the mom who revealed to her kid that she was Kamen Rider. It was like the 4-year-old. I like Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
You know?
So it doesn't do a conversion for us, but these sneakers cost 4,950 yen each.
So that's $40.
Yeah.
FDDNM. How you doing, buddy?
Are you breathing today?
You would not, damn it. You literally just said something really suggestive and I already lost it. I take it you can hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Finally.
We can hear you.
us.
Yes. Kind of broken up, but yes.
All right.
How is the weather in Canada today?
I don't know. You think I'd go outside?
All right. Did you have any pickups, FDNM? God damn it.
No, I did not.
Oh. Okay.
Thankfully.
He answered that earlier, but him responding just makes it all better for the communication.
All right. So, anything you want to say about the Demon Slayer shoes, FDNM?
No, they're shoes.
I would not wear those shoes near a puddle. It seems like water too fast.
Acquire Gallo's luscious locks with these Promare hair care products. So you're getting shampoo and conditioner with Promare logos on them.
That's a lot of poo.
Keep warm this winter with Gundam-inspired down vests.
This looks like something Marty McFly would wear. From Back to the
I feel like the people that build the Gundams would appreciate that more because it's like they buy specific paint that is like the exact shade of blue or the exact Gundam gray type deal. So they're probably like looking at those and being like, that is color accurate.
Hey,
or who knows, maybe it's not.
Car paints. They do not mind raping you with the prices of car paint.
I think this one is probably the one that's going to be the most popular. Just because it's more in line with the
It's got
main
the
line,
iconic colors.
with that one. How much are these?
I didn't see anything.
Um,
Green one stands out. The red one needs a little bit of yellow. If you're going to
Isn't
sell
the
cards-
Zaku just red with black outline?
Oh, that's what they're going with.
does
Why would you sell something like a jacket without having a zip attachment for like the Gundam head or Zaku head for a hoodie?
Because they don't actually care about it functionally being Gundam. They just want to make money off of a palette swap.
I'm not seeing a price on these.
Well, they're free.
Mountain gear, it's going to be expensive. Because you're buying it for luxury. This is luxury with style.
No. Anyway, moving on. Citizen to release new collaboration watches inspired by Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi. I think they heard me last podcast when I said I got a Citizen watch.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
We covered a different Naruto set of watches. Now this is Citizen doing the same thing.
Okay.
I'm feeling deja vu.
Yeah, but these look better. These actually they got the, what is it, the hidden leaf? Is that the village symbol?
Yeah, that's the village symbol.
I don't watch any.
Symbol.
That's kind of.
They could have at least made it a Rasengan swirling.
Oh, here we are. This is much better. And we got the different stuff in there. What is that? Is that a throwing star or something? Or
I think that's just a plus sign and the
we got like for what's his face? He's got this. He's got this thing here for his.
Oh, that's their eyes. I guess the one for Naruto is when he's in Sage mode. So it's like a toad eye.
Okay.
Toad's eye, not toad eye.
Yeah. Oh, these are all Eco Drive too. That's cool.
Oh, they have their own pouches.
Oh, they come with these little specific box bag things.
Okay. I wonder if you can use it
I
as.
would have made the leaf symbol like orange or something so you can actually see it.
All right, keep it scrolling.
Can't say it looks familiar.
Oh, there's a strength pendant for Sakura.
And then Kakashi. Specific boxes, bags. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot more subtle than the bright orange watch or what the bright, like the last ones we looked at. These are going for $350.
Dang.
They're $332, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Shipping date is in November.
I don't know how much shipping would be for something like that, but still, it's not 600 or in the 4 digits.
Yeah. So, I mean, and they're also eco. I mean, eco. If you don't know what Eco Drive is basically solar powered. You leave this out in the sun for like 2 or 3 days, and it's good for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
So it's basically you don't have to, no battery changing whatsoever. So that's really nice.
Old Man says Naruto watches are stealth otaku. Only those who know the show will recognize it.
Yeah.
Defibrillator toys from Japanese.
You could say they're very ninja-like. Stealthy.
Save lives.
Ninja. I'm here. I'm ninja. Okay. All right. So I didn't really look at this one, so we're going to read this together. Defibrillator
toys
from Japanese.
Japanese caps. You know, if we're going to read this together, we have to be in more
harmony. I meant that as I'm going to read it, and then
okay,
we're reading it for the first time together.
All right.
So, defibrillator toys from Japanese capsule machines are so realistic they might save a life. Indirectly, of course. The actual toy couldn't save a life to save its life. Sometimes I feel capsule toy designers have both the best and worst jobs. On one hand, they can come up with wild ideas like underwear for bottles and tuna can rings. On the other, it seems like everything's been done before, like miniature working air conditioners and literal pieces of crap. Despite the difficulty, a particularly brilliant concept was recently released by toy maker Bandai and medical equipment manufacturer Nihon Koden. Gachapon miniature AEDs are highly detailed, small-scale automated external defibrillators (AED). These are the boxes you see hanging in places like airports and shopping centers to be used in case of a heart attack emergency. But how many of us actually know how to use one? Sure, they're designed to be easy to understand so anyone can do it, but in a situation where every second is precious, it would be really helpful to at least know what the inside of one looks like beforehand. And since public spaces tend to frown upon people taking AEDs out and poking around inside of them, and then most people are too preoccupied to just Google it, the next best thing is to distribute a model of the fun form of a capsule toy. Our writer Tasuku Igawa went to his nearest row of capsule machines to find some, but was shocked that they were already almost sold out. There were only 4 capsules left in the machine, so he bought them all for 300 yen, about $2.84 a piece, and pretended he couldn't hear the crying child standing behind him. There are 4 types available. The prevalent model AED, bilingual AED with color LED display, ECG bilingual AED with color LED display, and model type AED. Tasaku came out pretty lucky, having scored 3 of them with only 1 double and missing the mobile type AED. They came with a sheet of stickers and paper showing where they go. However, the paper was really small and and some of the stickers were so small it was too hard to see where you should put them exactly. Luckily, Tasuku could go the official website could go to the official website link below where they had larger pictures. Even then, it took about 10 minutes to transfer the delicate patterns. With everything set, it was time to take a look at how an AED works. Once you pop open the lid, there's a secondary translucent lid that is used to hold the electrode pads. Just like in a real AED, the pads are kept in a sealed pouch and have a diagram of where they should be placed on the body, with the cover peeled off on exposed skin. Then, on the main unit, there is a button to administer the shock, as well as a toggle switch to set the current for adults or children. To add to the realism, the button and switches can be pressed and moved on the toy too. Jesus. Why can't we get stuff like that for like $3? With only that, Tasuku felt pretty confident he could use an AED in real life, but just in case, he once again consulted the official website for the proper instructions. Open the lid and the power automatically turned on. Apply electrode pads to the chest. Press shock button. And that's it. It's extremely easy, but had Tasuku not known that, he might not have attempted to use an AED in an actual emergency. Now that fear is completely gone, and he wouldn't even hesitate to employ an AED when needed. It's a very small amount of confidence, but just enough to potentially save a life. The exact model designs can vary quite a bit, but the basic principles of use are the same. It's an added value to these toys that really goes a long way, but hopefully Tasuku will never have to use it. For now, his new AEDs can sit on a shelf in the event his other figures need it. It's not something we like to think about, but capsule toys are at very high risk of heart attacks. They're extremely inactive and sometimes drink heavily. So that's kind of neat. Am I the only one here?
Hello.
Is Augie gone?
Hello.
Hello,
Am I
FDDNM.
here?
I can hear you, FDDNM. There you are.
I can hear you. Is this in real time?
I don't know. What's 1 + 1?
5.
Okay.
We're in real time.
We're in real time. That's amazing.
Wow.
So
Wow.
what do you think of these capsule toy AEDs?
Are they real AEDs?
No, they're toys.
I mean, that's neat, I guess.
I mean, for $3, that's pretty. I mean, that's definitely a neat. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, for how
I feel
deep,
like
for
if
how
I was a
deep-
kid, I'd probably want something else, but I mean, I guess it's neat.
for an adult with nothing better to do with his time and money, I think that's kind of neat.
All right. While my internet's still connected, let's continue the flow here.
All right. We're pretty much down to the last 4 articles before the Watch Club.
I was just worried that I wasn't going to make it for the Watch Club. I'm like, I did all this rewatching of ReLife and finally watched the OVA. And it's all going to be for nothing.
That's what I was kind of worried about too. So let's burn through this and hope Augie comes back wherever he went off to. So, Evangelion's Ray gets her first lipstick makeover. So they've got Kate is a brand. They're doing a Evangelion promotion crossover thing with limited edition lipstick. I don't think red is Ray's colors.
I just don't think she fits lipstick.
Yeah. It doesn't look right.
It's also partially because it's an anime character, and then they have a semi-photo rendered lipstick job.
No. It's weird.
Onward.
Moving on. More Ava stuff. Live at Ava 1 take you sightseeing through Kyoto on Evangelion themed tram.
I mean, that looks kind of cool. That's about it, though.
Ooh, get cookies.
Just from riding it?
Additionally, a limited time shop will be selling collaboration exclusive items like cookies, keychains, and clear files.
Yeah, because everyone wants more clear files.
Yeah.
I don't have enough document folders that have anime babes on it.
I would like a tin cookie box instead of a cardboard cookie box.
I was going to say, that looks like cardboard, though.
Yeah, no, I'd like a tin one.
Yeah.
I'd buy a tin Evangelion tram box. No.
I'm gonna like make a poster of that quote. I'd buy a Evangelion tin for cookies.
Tram box.
Tram box. Trap box? No.
To all my important memorabilia and under my bed.
Yes, of course.
Yes. All right. So now we're into the miscellaneous news. These are the only 2 ones that I felt we had the qualifications to cover. Everything else has gone into the AC's Funhouse.
Okay.
So, real-life yandere, Japanese man's ex-girlfriend sneaks into his home, cooks up something crazy. Yep, This is the start of a horror movie. You may have heard the term tsundere before, meaning someone, typically an anime character, who starts off cold and mean, but warms up over time. It's also a type of pizza, too.
Oh god.
Then there's yandere, someone who expresses their intense love through insane, sometimes violent methods. That sounds like a fetish.
Basically.
While typically relegated to 2D realm, apparently yandere exists in real life too. It was seen recently when Japanese Twitter user blah 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 made this post. Oh god. Here's the translation of the note. Long time no see, ex-boyfriend. Do you know who this is? I slipped into you and your girlfriend's little love nest. Is she cooking good food for you? It's been a while since I've made a homemade meal for you, so I did my best to whip some up. I'll slip in every now and then from here on, so eat up.
That's like she's basically a cuck, a female omega cuck. And yeah, I don't know. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna be just periodically sneaking and breaking into your house.
Just to cook you food. Yes, the old break into your ex-lover's house and leave them a meal that you made on the table, along with the cryptic note method.
I thought it was gonna be made of like his current girlfriend's innards or something.
Something that perfectly normal humans do every single day, right? Of course, exactly. We don't need to point out how terrifying, possibly illegal this is, as Japanese citizens were more than happy to do their with their comments. Well, that's our police report. Yep, this is the start of a horror movie. Nope. It's just gonna get worse from here on out. Good luck. That's so scary, breaking and entering. Although, to be fair, there were plenty of others who had interesting takes on the matter. Ooh, I gotta give that one a try myself. Looks fun. I mean, it's better than having convenience store food every day. You can look forward to more of her cooking than you ever when you're married. Wow, Joel said you have an ex-girlfriend. It's so wonderful to feel loved. As far as person's response to the situation, this is what he had to say when someone asked if he'd contacted the police. For now, I decided to eat the meals. Well, I suppose that's one to deal with it. Best of luck to you, sir. And remember, this is your life now. God. This is your life now. It's like flashes of Vietnam all over again. And if you want to experience what it's like having a yandere girlfriend yourself, you would rather not endure any terror of paranoia. Or you can always just get a handwritten note from one out of a gacha machine.
How did I know it was going there? Also, Random 11 asks, would you eat that food to all of us? Probably not, because it could be poison, and also it would be cold.
And it looks like crap, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I clicked on it. Oh, it takes me this week.
I had to take care of an emergency, but
Ooh.
Response back to the defibrillary toys, I can see that for like if someone wanted to go into deeper role play with their toys and create adventures and stuff, or prop like stop motion. Perfectly fine for that. Shoot, stop motion might be cheaper than just getting a prop.
Stop motion with a whatever it is.
Take your parent work day or parent day, like your
parents
to
work. Take your parents to work. Oh
if your parents like your parents go to school for tell the school, but tell your class about what the job is. If your parents are paramedics, this would be a good a learning tool. They probably would just take a real one with them anyway.
Huh. All right, what's the next one?
FDM, 1 plus 1.
5?
5. Okay.
I said, okay, what's the next one?
Oh, I thought you said it's a connection. Alright, last one. Yakuza officially banned from giving kids Halloween candy by Japanese government.
How else are they going to get switchblades?
I'm pretty sure everyone's banned from giving Halloween candy by every government so they don't spread the Rona.
Kobe kids will need to find a new place to trick or treat. Halloween has been steadily growing in popularity in Japan over the past few years, with the country adopting various customs and celebrations in stages. First came the cosplay, then the decorations around town, and limited time sweets. Trick-or-treating, though, is something you still only find in limited places, usually held during the day at neighborhood shopping streets or shopping centers, or oddly enough, at the headquarters of the Yamaguchi-gumi, one of Japan's largest Yakuza clans. The criminal organization has been handing out candy at Halloween at its Kobe HQ since 2013, beckoning kids to step inside the gates and onto the grounds of their complex with calls of Happy Halloween and come in and get your candy. However, local children with a sweet tooth will have to get themselves fixed elsewhere this year, as the Yamaguchi-gumi is now legally barred from giving sweets to trick-or-treaters. This week, the prefectural assembly of Hyogo, the prefecture Kobe is part of, voted unanimously to revise the organized crime exclusion ordinances, adding provisions that make it illegal for a criminal organization to give gifts, monetary or otherwise, to minors, invite them onto the grounds or facilities, or correspond with them. Exceptions are made for legitimately justifiable reasons, but handing out snacks in a blatant attempt to curry favor with young children doesn't cut it, legislators say. The revision, which goes into effect on October 26, was initially introduced for discussion in July and comes after increased levels of gang violence in Hyogo since fall of last year. While Kanagawa Prefecture has a similar law on the books, Hyogo is the first in Japan to spell out specific punishments, with repeat offenders facing up to 6 months in jail and a fine up to 500,000 yen, or $4,760, which is less than which is more than what's his face, Rurouni Kenshin
author.
Handing out candy is worse than child pornography charges.
You heard it here, folks.
So,
Wow.
in a sense here, they're banning trunk-or-treating.
They're banning criminal organizations from handing out candy. They're not banning trick-or-treating.
Okay. Well, how are they going to get their alcohol spiced gummy bears? Oh, well.
I don't know. So that's it for articles.
FDNM,
All right.
you need to get a life. How about I recommend you some ReLife?
That took a long pause, but yes.
Yeah, I took a long pause because I had to grab it in them. That about long pauses.
Well, you lost the momentum. It was like, you need to get a life. And it's like,
ReLife. Ooh, look at that.
yeah, it should have been more streamlined. But anyway, so
I like this show.
I did too.
Yeah.
I liked it,
so-
but I'm not going to buy it. If that means
Fair enough.
that means much.
I like the charming high school story that they gave you, as well as I did not have any loose end questions after watching everything, including the encore, for what the ReLife program is about for this.
I only had one
28-year-old.
question. Because when Reese, in the messages at the end of the TV series, you said obvious thing was obvious. Which obvious thing?
What's her face was also a ReLife.
Okay, I can't remember if I saw that coming when I was first watching it.
Explained that in episode 1 or 2, then they just kind of dropped away from it because they suspected one to have been, but
not really. What I was getting at was, for some reason, at the end of season 1, when I first watched it, I thought that Chizuru was his old mentor, like she was actually real-lifed and not deaded. But I don't think that was the case.
That would have been nice. That would have been really nice.
It would have. It would have been really plot convenient, but I would have been like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. But I don't think that was the case after watching the OVA. I'm like, well, that's
why
dark.
you can't. That's why you can't wear a necktie because of.
I know.
On yourself.
I know, but I was just like, that okay. Well, then I guess she really was deaded. Oh no, old man, you should probably get out. We don't want to spoil.
Get out
GTFO,
man.
I really like the romance cues that they did with this. It's very similar. I would compare it more with MMO Junkie, but some stuff I kind of want to point to My Love Story.
And I like how you
Squishy face.
We've got the adult or Kaizaki, the guy over here on the right. He's 20. He's 20. Like what we got?
27 stars.
Hold on. If you're sticking with us and you have not watched the show and you don't mind being spoiled, the show is basically, we got our main character Kaizaki is a NEET, and he is recruited by Oga, the guy over here on the left, to be in an experiment. And they basically gives him a pill and de-ages him 10 years, and he go re-experience a year in high school again. And so, oh, hello. It's a digipack?
Yeah, for some reason it's a digipack.
That is awesome. Fill that up for me.
What, you like the digipack even though it's susceptible to damage?
They hardly ever do that anymore.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
What's the disc trays look like?
Hold on, let me pop the suckers out.
All of them
no, just leave them in there. Just leave them in there.
Oh, okay.
All of them have pictures of every character, basically.
Right.
I'm just curious if it's okay, it is 4. Huh. That's neat.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looks nice. I just don't like how it's really susceptible to damage.
Is there a book in there? Is there a book?
No.
There's just something in the back, but I don't know what it is. Do you know what it is, FDDNM?
Oh, it's probably art cards.
Oh.
Okay.
I must have put mine away. Damn, what were we saying about that? How?
But anyway, so he's like they're both 27, and they go back to high school to try and get his vigor to be
reinvigorate
him into being productive, basically, and not reproductive or anything with high school.
Reproductive.
I don't think he has an issue with that. What you learn later
he's a smoker.
Is our main character here. He quit his job. We knew that. But why is because a mentor of his that he really admired died, and the company just treated her like, okay, livestock's dead, keep farming.
Yeah,
not really. They used her as a pedestal, as something to push all the other employees forward as a martyr, whereas she truly didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
If you do, you will not see this. If it's a good company in America, they will not do this. They will treat people as a human. If you need time off,
I don't think it's
kind of bastardized.
I don't think it's trying to be like some sort of straw man or anything for, companies behave this way. It's literally just the story trying to make a point that, this is why art is so screwed up.
Yeah.
Regarding, so during my rewatch, like I remember when I first watched this, I'm like, I was crazy, but I'm like, oh, this is great. This is so good. But let's see, my rewatch through it, I noticed some things that, like the meat of the middle of the show seemed very overly focused on like Reina and what's his name? Reina and Blake Shepard.
Blonde-haired guy with the earring.
Kazuomi.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was really focused on their two things. The thing is that Reina was like really unbelievably stubborn. So it felt like it took a while to get things rolling, but like a lot of it did make sense. And it's just that I felt like it was a bit some stories are good at like weaving ideas into like say if they were focusing on Reina and Kazuomi, they would use it as like the main drag, but then they would periodically be going back to a subplot. But with this, it felt like it took center stage when they addressed it, and it's almost like you forgot about Arata, Chizuru, and like the other characters. So I feel like they could have probably done that better, but it's still like, you know, for what it's worth, I still think it's like really good.
Going back to my love story, remember, this is the one with the big sumo guy and the bro best friend. And
I don't see the comparisons too much.
Well, fair enough, but the one couple I want to point out to is you have, in that show, they have the perfect couple. Kind of shove it in your face, but
who was that?
Show the sumo guy and the short girl. Then you have this other couple, you know, the guy with the lips that's like,
Wait, in My Love Story?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about real life.
It's been too long, I can't remember it.
I just remember the main
secondary couple where they're bickering and bashing, so they're the imperfect couple, but they're learning to grow with each other. I kind of see similarities there to the couple that you just described in this story, which makes sense. It's in high school. They're learning the roadmaps of love, if you will.
Nah, it seems like it felt like it was spent too much time playing matchmaker.
Oh yeah, what do you do in high school? Study, matchmaking, be angsty towards everything.
Yeah,
like you should.
Being young and in love again.
Everyone ignored everybody, so no one talked to anyone. So everyone dated outside of the school.
All right, so regarding the OVAs, the coveted OVAs, because at the end of the TV series, I'm like, cliffhanger.
I would be so pissed if that was the end of it.
Yeah, when I finished it, I'm like, oh, no wonder I was so hyped when I heard the OVAs were a thing. I'm like,
I was baffled that when they announced it, it was 4 episodes for the OVA. It's like, what, really?
Well,
more?
To be fair, four is all they really needed when you think about it. It's like as soon as he's done high school, the whole show can be over, right?
Yeah, because he's in senior grade. He's not going any lower. He doesn't. He has a master's.
Unless they do something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can go. You can just go on, keep going for another year. Go to college. We'll pay for your tuition."
I can see this getting a spin-off story, but
I can see it getting a whole new season and a half, because apparently this covers like only 100 chapters of the like 200-ish.
Oh, really?
Which would be really cool, because at the end you see him as a ReLife employee, and then they finally reconnect and all that, Chizuru and him. It's like, I would really like to see where that went, because you'd almost want to see his new perspective taking on a ReLife.
It showed that his test subject was going to be the blonde-haired guy's brother.
I thought that was a great callback.
Yeah.
So regarding my feelings of the OVAs as a whole, the hype, the anticipation, it was enjoyable and adequate, but I feel like it spent way too much time on the doom and gloom. We're gonna forget. Oh, we're gonna forget. It's like, okay, either it's
a romance,
it's called melodrama, but what is it? Let's see. The thing,
you're right, melodrama.
The thing is, either A, they do somehow remember, which I feel like this is a really good comparison to Steins Gate, the way this ended. But the problem, or it
I would've
pulls
said
Mahoromatic, does exactly what it describes, and you want to kill yourself. I mean, what?
I'm glad that they did a maid cafe for their student.
It's like every single
That's
time
every
we see
cafe of every festival.
every single
ever.
anime that does a cultural festival, pretty much every single one does a maid cafe or butler cafe or some kind of stupid cafe.
Beautiful Dreamer,
It's like-
they had a World War II Nazi museum.
That's
Blow up the whole
amazing.
school
That's
with,
why that was so good. But yeah, Maid Cafe seems like
Continue.
really predictable. Like you could have thought of that.
I would have liked another episode after, just so that we could see them, like, spend
Their
like,
current
what
status.
was the black-haired girl's name?
Chizuru.
Chizuru. And Arata. They get together, they get their memories back. Okay.
And they like settle things.
How do we pull this on? How do we reveal this to the two handlers? It's like, do we invite them out to drinks? And it's like, oh yeah, we got our memories back. Or
the thing that was
weird.
weird.
Do they like, oh, I just met this person at this party when we're getting together, and then you just like see like An's like reaction, she's just sitting there, just crying, just downing drink after drink after drink in the corner, just because she can't say anything. It's like, oh yeah, we know who we are now. But like, it was like, oh.
That would have been nice, yeah.
The point of the program is to really rehabilitate their behavior. And at the same time, they're matchmaking. So, is there an issue?
Well, that's the other thing is
making the whole time. What's the point?
I thought it was really weird, like how they. Damn it! Before I get off that track, what I was gonna say is a quick thing of Ryo said, "I still haven't told him yet." So technically, if you think about it, he never told him about how Chizuru was a test subject, even though at like the final day when he quote graduated from ReLife, he could have told him. Why not?
Yeah. They could have told each other anyway, but yeah.
So what makes this whole forget thing melodrama to me is that like it kind of felt like a rule they just pulled out of thin air at the end.
Yeah,
it's not like a futuristic.
Why did they both have to have their memories erased of each other? I mean, they're just not like they're gonna. I mean, they're both text subjects, so they already know.
They're in their texting apps. I'm like, how are you? Why
would they have to have their memories removed of the other test subjects?
And were they not in the future where it's like they have all this I mean, that's ironic that I say that because they totally were using Big Brother technology, like hacking into their webcams, but that's kind of stuff we have now. But the thing is, it's not like you at the press of a button you can literally erase, mind wipe, Men in Black style everyone at the school.
Yeah, but specific memories about certain people.
It's like how does this medicine work? That makes no sense.
They did explain that you will forget a lot of you'll forget a lot of people's names, but you'll have the same memories, so not everything will be lost. So I feel
you'll forget who they are, but they won't forget what you did, is what he said.
Yeah.
Which could have been revealed at the end as some sort of Steins Gate-y thing where people are like connecting. Or sorry, is it Steins Gate or is it?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Well, I wasn't specifically necessarily asking you, but I'm like trying to process in my mind. There was this one time travel show. It must have been Steins Gate with it was Ruka.
There was your name as well.
Anyway, it was with Ruka. How it's like they connected all these dots because they had the memories, which led them to remember all their experiences, right? That's what I was led to believe when Ryo was like, oh, they won't forget the experiences. So I'm like, okay, that's probably what's going to happen at the end or something. But it kind of, I don't know, it didn't, at least with the other characters in the school, because they kind of crammed everything at the end of the final episode, which is another thing I would have rathered, more episodes in the OVA. Old man.
To have them all. Like all the people from the high school from that high school class, maybe a year later, and then
have a little reunion or something.
Have a full reunion or something.
I just want an
That would've been
episode or
great.
two to settle.
After your first one.
Yeah, they literally just needed an episode or two more to settle things, because this is my most common complaint is like after you've achieved like the thing that's great at the end or whatever, just give us like
A breather
this-
episode.
give us a moment to breathe and process things, and then we'll be satisfied. Even though in my situation, I'm like, I want more, and then I think to myself, I'm like, if they gave me more, I'd still be like, I want more. So at a
Still
certain
want
point,
more.
That's not a bad problem to have.
yeah, that's like me with Mayo Chiki. Is that when I watched the anime, I'm like, I want more, but there was a manga. I read the manga, and I'm like, I want more, but I'm like,
This ending sucks. I want something different.
no, it was a great ending, but I'm like, I want more, but then I'm like, you know what? If they gave me more, I'd literally just say the same thing. And if they gave me more, I'd say the same thing. It's like an endless cycle of wanting more. So I'm like, okay. At a certain point, you have to call it quits.
Earlier aspects of the show that I enjoyed was the beginning communication amongst the friends and classmates. Everyone's trying to figure out who is saying what. What's that smile all about? Which I didn't catch in the opening until later. That
Oh, you mean Chizuru? How she
Chizuru's
can't
smile
smile?
is like, instead of, he's like,
She can't smile right.
she doesn't know how to smile or forgot how to smile, and she was like creeping out the girl that they've been trying
She had like a smug haha look at me smile
Yeah,
instead of an
yeah,
actual
like
a genuine smile.
She was, in her eyes, she looked like a man eater, if you will, at first. Then you kind of get the whiny melodrama, which I liked, but it wasn't like take a chill pill or anything like that.
That pin, the silver class,
Pin.
president pin, like, oh, you get free food, free transportation, free tuition just because of that pin. Like, bullshit.
If that's the case, you can just buy a pin somewhere else.
That felt like it was like manufactured for the anime, because I'm like, because there's a poster in the cafeteria that had a pin on it or whatever and had the info dump, I guess, and it's like, is it really necessary to have that? Like, how many people have the pins here? Like, you're just shoving in the faces of all the normies that, haha,
Right.
some people have pins and you don't. Like, something I really liked about ReLife is that it had all these specific comedic moments that you really can't get in any other show, because it's just the situation. He's an old guy in a
the
high
series
school environment.
mechanics makes it special.
Yeah, so it was really funny that he opened his backpack and she's like, "What are these?" And he's like, "Cigarettes." Why? And it's like, "Wait, cigarettes?"
So what? Smell? Oh wait, no, I'm in high school now. Shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
so many
God.
of those moments that
Oh
Oh
are.
my God, the amount of beer that he had was about the same amount as in Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD. Jesus Christ. How do people get that much?
Yeah,
Well,
I did like the one scene is like, why are we always drinking at my place? Well, the
I only have
company
tea.
pays for all your food and beer, so that's why we're coming here for the free beer.
Oh, I love that scene. It's like, the companies make us work. You get
It
it,
makes
for free.
sense. It makes sense.
That reminded
Oh, yeah.
me my favorite part of the OVA, well, the funniest part I think, is when Chizuru was like, so he's a test subject, and it's like, I would, even if he was, I wouldn't be able to tell you that because it would ruin whatever, and the program, you'd never see him again.
Yeah,
And then-
he would have, because he was, if he was, and somebody else found out that he was, his experiment would be failed, and he would have to leave.
Yeah. So, but the funny part was when like later that day, she on and Ryo on and Chizuru had a meeting, and then she said, and it was explaining how On was now the caretaker.
Yeah,
or whatever.
I love that. She's like basically sitting right on the other side of the window, waiting for him to say something.
No. I'm
It's
talking about the meeting.
"Me."
Well, that was funny, but I'm talking about the one where they were meeting like in a room, and
okay.
they were explaining the transfer. It's like, On is now your supervisor, and she said, "But you're leaving then?" And he said, "No, I'm not leaving." And it's like, "Well, why is that?" Blah blah. And then she said,
Yeah,
"Because
because
you have to
focus more
take
on
care of
Arata.
Arata." And he's like, and he was like maintaining that smiling face
yeah.
all the time. And I'm just like,
Basically,
this is
having a
good until
neon
the
sign
end.
saying, "Said you're right."
oh,
I like
Yeah.
there's a lot of calamities that remind me of something like Rumiko Takahashi would make with these characters, like how the two scientists kept messing with the main character, like, "We're coming in, we forgot our pen," or something like that.
that kind of does sound like something Rumiko Takahashi would make. Like they're always just kind of semi screwing around with him.
Oh yeah.
So like back to the OVA as a whole. Like the thing is, they spent the reason I didn't like how they spent so much time on the depression over the fact that we're not going to see each other is that they were like they weren't able to like connect Arata and Chizuru as much as I would have liked to see, but you know, I did like the stuff that we did see. But other than that, that's why I'm saying that like it was adequate. I did enjoy it, but you know, I feel like it could have been done like much better without that melodrama
One
stuff.
episode more for the ending.
Right.
I mean,
One episode more.
Old man. I said this earlier. They really didn't need a whole season just to like end off the semester, because as soon as he's done the semester, he's done the program.
I felt like there could have been, I felt like ReLife could have been I'm glad it wasn't, but a dating sim, because the homeroom teacher / female's PE teacher who keeps scolding our main character felt like another love route he could have taken.
You know what? When you put it that way, that's the thing that made this show interesting, is that there were like two different tiers of love interest. It's like,
Yeah.
well, theoretically, when he goes back to being normal,
she could be a potential
his.
candidate.
Exactly.
But I thought that I thought the volleyball, she was a terrible teacher. Like, I thought she was oh no, the team needs you.
Oh yeah, when you put it that way, yeah,
Like,
I remember that.
You are a terrible coach.
Everyone can't possibly replace you. It's like, what? You piece of crap.
That was a terrible coach.
Oh,
I thought we were going to see like more PE episodes, because you have the female PE teacher and the male PE teacher, and apparently they're constant rivals because they went to the same university as well.
well, I'm probably glad that they didn't, because you know I would have rather them spend time on the other major characters,
Right. Fair
which
enough.
they ended up doing.
Reese, what point you want to point out now?
I mean, other than that, you can literally watch the anime review that I put on my channel of the show, because apparently I made a review of it. It was funny because at the time that I made it, I think I made it after, like, sometime after Mudan TV made his review of it. And the thing is, I don't watch other people's reviews before making my own, because I don't want to, like, accidentally steal something they said or something.
Or taint your ideas on
Taint
something.
my expectations. So the thing is, I put out my video, then I watched his review, and I'm like, with an exception of what we thought of the opening, we had like an identical review of it.
Yeah, happens.
It was so funny. The thing is, he said that the opening was generic and boring, and I think I said that it's like, yeah, it's thematically fits. It's like, you know, getting you giving you the energy to enjoy your school life or whatever it is. You
I
know,
like how at least the first season, not the encore, the ending always changed different musics.
And the image, like what we got for the background for this. This is from episode 1. Every single episode had a different image.
Okay. Felt like it did, but I couldn't really confirm it because I didn't have enough time to like compare.
by the way, do not watch this show if you're planning to also watch Rent a Girlfriend, because the main female in that is also Chizuru.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh, there's a new dubbed episode of this one. and then it's like Chizuru, Chizuru, and I'm like, uh-oh.
AC's over here in the chat clarifying some things.
So I'm looking at Chris Barker saying that
Ilya Kuvshinov is the character designer for the Wonderland and Ghost in the Shell standalone complex Netflix series, but he's a guy. I probably said she because Ilya. I'm thinking,
yeah, Ilya from Fate.
Yeah. I immediately thought female, so that's
if my connection was working earlier, I could have told you that.
So that's my bad. I am sorry for if anybody was offended.
He gets that a lot. He literally has a Q&A on it.
How can people watch what you just said about your review? Where can they go?
To youtube.com/foodnum. I think I have a custom URL.
You have a custom URL located in the comments below. If you click,
you
leave more comments.
You need to make a custom URL.
I do have a custom URL. It is youtube.com/c/foodnum.
You do have one now? Really?
Yeah.
Cool. How'd you do it?
In the settings somewhere.
You have to have 100 subscribers. You have to have at least 100 subscribers.
Which I'm only 30 over. So subscribe and make it 131 potentially.
Subscribe to me as well. So would
and
you
subscribe to Reese 2753?
And we're done with the podcast now, aren't we?
Do you recommend it?
I would recommend it.
Would you recommend other people to buy it though?
Oh, I don't know.
If you like high school drama or high school shows in general, go ahead and buy it. If not, and if you're one of those losers that says high school isn't everything, then this obviously is not for you.
If you like rom-coms in high school and whatever, this is a cool take on it. And if you like quirky characters like Chizuru as a main girl interest, even better. Yeah, it's kind of unique. I recommend to watch it. And I would give the buy because there's like essentials and all that stuff, and it's a good show for the value that you're paying. OVA, maybe just stream the OVA. But yeah.
Luckily, this is a show that you don't have to be fully awake to comprehend what's going on.
That is a weird way to put it. You don't have to be fully awake to watch the show.
You do not have to feel like you're being quizzed on details that'll come up later, a la hard science fiction series, if you will.
I mean, there are some details you have to pay attention to, like, what is it? His mentor. And you'll lose your memories.
Well, they have like plenty of reminders throughout the show, though.
I guess. Well, anyway, so next week we have no Watch Club, but technically
we're not talking about the Watch Club because we're going to be FDDNM and Augie are going to be starting their watch of Aquarian Season 1.
Yeah.
I will be sitting out this one because I'm not in the mecha. I'm sorry.
He wants to miss all the philosophical philosophy in every episode.
I need a break. I need a break, and this is going to be my break.
Old bash.
All right.
So next week, we might talk about what I'm watching, what I watch between now and next week. I don't know.
Sure.
So that will be on the 15th, and then the podcast after that, which will be on the 20th, Tuesday instead of Thursday.
Right.
We will be doing this discussion for Aquarion with Flip Otaku.
Oh, yes.
Discussing the thumbnail for this particular video. I have not been married, nor do I know the loss of a wife and a child. So apparently the pills in their mouth remind, according to Reese.
I thought being young. Oh yeah, I was going to mention. Testing stage for this drug must have been hell. because we're gonna test. We have to go back 10 years in aging. Okay, then they just suddenly accidentally make sense. The same thing that made Detective Conan tiny is like, oh shit, we went too far.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
He's talking about the pacifiers. On the
The
thumbnail. For some reason, there's two pacifiers in their mouth, and I'm that one guy from One Piece when they did the Doflamingo arc. The guy is so manly that he dresses this way because he's dealing with the pain of a loss of a loved wife and child.
Oh.
No. Anyway, I was thinking, like, it just looked like pacifiers. Like they could make instead of like going back 10 years, they go back 20 years into like children's size and like a bunch of kids. It's just like this is hilarious. Now, I would have liked to seen like an episode of that. It was like seeing them like the R&D department deal with that. It was like, we discovered this new drug. What are we going to use it for? Oh, let's get Neats out of the house. Instead of selling it as like a beauty product, you make yourself look 10 years younger.
It's kickstarted.
So,
all right. Anywho,
like and subscribe. This is a short podcast. We're not even 2.5 hours in. So,
Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Join our Facebooks and.
Yep, and I'm now realizing that FDNM has a custom URL because every time I click on FDNM's page on YouTube, it just gives me that really long version. So, YouTube.com/FDNM does work. So, I've updated the descriptions on that. So now it's just Augie with the really long, stupid YouTube URL. Good luck with that one, Augie.
YouTube's very stupid.
we're gonna get banned.
Once Augie does get 100, he has to have it youtube.com/DonJopo to match his Twitter one.
Yeah, maybe.
So, alrighty. So that's it. We will see you guys next week on the 15th, and then again on the 20th.
Well, with that we say, laters.
See ya.
Oh crap! Hold on.
Terms.
I forgot something.
Gotta pull the title.
No. I don't know. I've seen. Was it Christopher Barker's Lord of the Rings post in the Hobbit 4K releases? And so I forgot. I forgot to cover one release for the Right Stuff stuff.
Uh-oh.
Which I did not see on the thing.
The thing.
Tanga and Corey.
It would be wicked if we got sponsored by Tanga.
That'd be wild. Alright, so the one Right Stuff listing that I forgot to bring up was this one. Lord El-Melloi, second case file, the Real Zeppelin Grace Note box set on Blu-ray.
Never heard of it.
It's a Fate spinoff waiver.
It's Fate?
Yep.
Fate Zero spinoff.
Yep.
Apparently
waiver Velvet adult version detective stuff. With the Gray Saber.
What? What?
Gray Saber.
I'm more saying how is there another Fate spinoff that it has already finished under my nose?
This is between Zero and
that doesn't help.
No. This is nothing. Not between anything. This is after Zero. That's it. This is 10 years after Zero. Takes place about the same time as the Fuyuki Fifth.
That doesn't make anything more.
This guy
that doesn't make it more on my radar.
It's not inherently connected to anything. Just the character. So this is coming out in December. I'm pretty excited. I'll be buying it. It's got the OVA too. So all 14 episodes.
You are a fate simp.
I liked it. I thought it was fun. I mean, a lot of people did. They had their expectations set way too high for it.
Yeah.
But yours were evenly expecting and
I was
delivered.
I enjoyed myself watching it, so I'm going to buy it. And plus, I really liked Waver's character. So yeah,
You heard it here first, folks.
would they hear it here first?
That Reese will buy whatever that was, but he won't buy ReLife the Essentials Cheapo edition.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing
No.
I was going to bring up. Why did they not combine the two releases into one for the
Essentials?
re-release?
You know what?
So
They're
stupid.
probably going to do that later. They just want to have a discount TV.
No, I don't think they ever will, because they're not going to release anything after the Essentials release. That's the final release. That's like the Save Edition.
Yeah, but the Save Editions had a release after the Save Editions. It's called the Essentials.
Well, okay, so we're gonna wait 10 years for another rebranding of the Essentials release into the what is it?
You know
Platinum?
what? They could release an OVA Essentials version when they get sick of the slipcases.
Yeah. I mean, they released the series and the OVA separately for the Essentials. They could have just put the 3 discs, 2 discs for the series, 1 disc for the OVA. They could have just made a 3-disc complete collection set.
I can see them doing like later full Blu-ray release, like how they've been doing with My Hero Academia.
That's what they should have done with the
opposite of
Essentials.
what you were
That's what they
saying.
should have done with the Essentials release.
Probably.
Mm,
Before we
dumb.
depart, I have. Did you guys see my Higurashi comment that it's ironic how Funimation like made a statement back in the
we
day?
saw
I
that.
addressed that, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
we got that.
Yep.
But other than that, now that I'm connected, yeah, it's cool to know that it's a sequel because it said in the article that you do see the smaller, younger Rika in the new series as well. But I was gonna say that would explain why in the trailer Rika looked older and why we were upset. We were like, "Why does Rika look so old? This art style is stupid." I mean that explains it. I actually kind of like that it's a sequel because it's not going to be rehash slightly updated graphics type deal. So yeah, pretty excited for that. I hope it based on the tone of seeing like all of the horrific elements reflected in the glass shards. Hopefully it returns to form and has all that goodness from season 1 again. Even though Brad's like still probably adamantly against the art style and all that, I still think that it looks better in the trailer. Like I could watch episode 1 and 2 right now if I want to give a better judgment, but I'm just waiting for the dub because I'm a dub slut.
He said the word.
Oh no, are we canceled? All right. I think we're ready to finally finish.
I think we're ready to depart and get rid of this.
But
this mess of a podcast.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, join our Twitter and Facebook detail to know us.
All right.
Like the video, like our videos, like my videos. Go to the comments and click on my YouTube link and like.
Don't subscribe to him. Subscribe to me. I'm the nice guy. All right. And broadcast.